Yes, thank you guys again for joining us. Obviously, what happened last time, we had to like rush it, but we appreciate you joining us again. So our last podcast was like focused on like health and nutrition and like products to eat and like healthy lifestyles. But today we're gonna focus on like products that you guys, I guess, use to maintain that health, that nutrition. So like like Carol was saying about skincare, like you see an improvement in what you're using the product. So do you guys, when you guys like buy products, are you looking at what's involved in the like in the ingredients, or do you kind of just do your own research or create your own, whether that's like skincare or hair care, like?
Yeah, I'm with the black soap as well, all day, every day. Yeah, that's me.
I love it. I look
But
forward to that. Literally, morning and daytime. When I'm going, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's bedtime. Time for, black soap. Honestly, guys, I love it.
yeah, I'm like, yeah, just black soap and shea butter, really.
Mm-hmm.
And I just switch up on my hair. My hair as well, I only put shea butter. I only wash it with black soap, shea butter, and I put castor oil as well. Coconut oil sometimes as well. But on my skin is just shea butter, that's it.
So, like, the products you use now, like, did that only start when you started taking care of your health and your nutrition?
Yeah, when I became unconscious of this thing, yeah, definitely started implementing that same kind of mindset.
Yeah.
With my skin products and that. So yeah, with the toothbrush as well. Toothpaste, toothpaste as well. I make my own toothpaste.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it's just 3 ingredients as well. It's very simple. Just coconut oil, turmeric, and peppermint oil, and that's it. It does the job. So.
And it's actually something that I've got into with you saying about the whole brushing your teeth with coconut oil. There's this thing called oil pulling. So you can use like coconut oil and just kind of put it in your mouth and like use it as like mouthwash, like put it around your mouth, and then that is really good for your mouth, and it's used like natural toothpaste as well.
Yeah, it's a different way of brushing the teeth, basically, because like brush it, but then I don't spit out. I brush my teeth, and then I may scrub my tongue as well, and then it has to be like 5 minutes. You have to keep it swishing in your mouth for like 5 minutes, and then it just collects all the bacteria. And then you just spit out and rinse it out properly with a lot of water. I don't have my teeth are not like sensitive, and it's clean, and like, I can eat like cold things and I don't get that sensitive. I used to get that as well when I used to like brush with the Colgate. I used to get that time ago, but right now, I don't get that anymore. So I feel like they're stronger. So yeah,
because I feel like sensitivity plays a big part, because like for me, when I was like in that stage of like experimenting like which skincare works for me, the whole like lemon and like water and all that burned my skin. I said no. Like my skin was so sensitive, and even when I started using black soap, like I used to get like, because it was working, so like I would have like rash, and they said that, so I said okay, cool, just keep using it, and don't be like so harsh, like don't scrub your face. It's like, be gentle with your skin.
So, some black soaps are stronger than others. For example, I got one that's like straight from Guinea in West Africa. Like they don't put anything else. It's just straight up.
Organic.
I believe it's just a charcoal in it from the coconut shell, I believe. And then it's way stronger than the ones that you can buy like in the shops over here, for example. You know what I mean? So and it's good as well, because it's not only for the skin, but it also like purifies the blood in it. So it helps get rid of toxins in the blood as well. So I really like black soap.
How about you, Carol? What products do you use?
I, since going vegan, have done more research into which brands are like cruelty free and stuff like that. So I've slowly been making that change. Same with like body moisturizer, like my face moisturizer is cruelty free. So I just try to keep an eye out. But like, again, some vegans would judge me for this, because some products that I use, I've still used before I went vegan, which aren't necessarily cruelty free, but because I've had issues with my skin, like when I was younger especially, I know what works for me, and at the moment I don't want to risk playing around with it and like just changing everything, because then I won't know what's working, what's not working. So for me, it's been a small gradual change, but like I've switched to this skincare brand called The Ordinary, which is very like which is vegan. I think most of their products are vegan. And they use very basic products. They don't like overload it with everything that some other companies do.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's just been like a slow, gradual process rather than just like, right, I'm vegan as of 2 years ago, I'm going to switch everything. It was like I had to consider my skin as well.
How about you, Camille?
Me, well, I don't use like deodorant. I use lemon, but that's something that my uncle kind of like ingrained in me from very young. And we have a similar story here. Like I there was like, it's not that I had like a bad odor, but when I did use deodorant, it just didn't like
go in. Yeah,
it didn't really do anything. I just felt like I would get out of the shower, put it on my deodorant, and then it would wear off very quickly. But with lemon, I felt like, firstly, it cleared up like the darkness of my armpit, and it's this, I hate talking about this, but it's such a thing. Like with women, or with lots of women, you get like darker areas of where their hair is, but it cleared it up, and I like it. I like the smell. I like how long it lasts. It's natural. Like, I'm able to get bumps and grains or anything like that, or ingrown hairs. So I love that. And for a long time as well, I used what's it called, salt of the earth, which is like a salt stick.
That's what I use.
Yeah, which is nice. And they also have, I was looking on Amazon because I haven't used it in a long time, and they have ones with which they have like with lemon, I guess, or vanilla or lavender. I was like, wow, this is amazing. This is cool. Like, and all you have to do is just put it under the water and then rub it on your armpit, obviously, and then that's it. You know, like it's so simple. But yeah, in terms of skincare, this has been more recently, like within the last 6 months. I started with shea butter, and I started with coconut oil. I've always used coconut oil, but I just felt like it wasn't really, like, it was too thin. And I get eczema sometimes, but I like quite a heavy cream.
So where does everybody like source their like products? Is it online, or obviously some we make it at home? But I get all, like, majority of it Holland & Barrett's. Like, I'm obsessed, guys. Obsessed with that store. I literally wanted a job in there. So when they told me, we have no applicants, like, available vacancies, I was just like, I would have used up my staff discount. Like, the money I get from being paid on payday, it would go back to them. So where do you guys like source, like, get your products from?
Okay, so with me, both shea butter and black soap, sometimes I get it straight like from Guinea. Like, if someone is coming back from there, they normally like give it to me, but it's different every single time. Like, it comes from Guinea, it's just extra strong. Like, even the shea butter, I like. Yeah, Cammy, you know I like shea butter, but the one from Guinea, like, it's strong. Like, it's proper strong. So then that one, I only use it for like medicinal purposes, isn't it? Like, if I bruise myself, or like if I got a little cut or something, I only use that one that proper smells for medicinal purposes. But I get like the one from Ghana, which is a very mild smell, and it's pretty calm. I buy that one normally in Brixton, and it's like this hair shop in Brixton. I used to get it from this lady that used to have like a stall. She used to have it like blocks of it, and I used to I rate the hustle, so I get it from her, and it was very nice. But she disappeared. So, but yeah, you can just get it online really. And the black soap is this funny name called the Doodle song. Doodle, you guys know, it's pretty bait. It's pretty bait. Yeah, that one over there. I use that one. So yeah, and then that's pretty much it. And then for my armpit as well, just antiperspirant, just lime really. That's it. So yeah, pretty simple.
Yeah, so I use so I'm a Holland Barrett kind of junkie as well. And yeah, really online, or if I have the time to make certain products, I'll do that. Or Shea Moisture has a really good black soap, which I use as a brand, Shea Moisture. And yeah, that's it really. Just finding it anywhere you can. Something else which is really good to use is if you want to like use a milder soap, is I think the brand's called like Dr. Bronner's or Dr. Bronner's.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It's a soap, but it's what kind of soap it is? It's like a vegetable-based soap. I don't know what it is, but it's really good. It's mild, and it's a like great alternative to like stronger kind of soaps and like stronger kind of chemically based washes. So yeah, Dr. Bronner's, I think it's called.
So I bought this soap, and it's called the world's purest soap. It's Niugini, and so it's a coconut soap bar, and that's the only ingredient that it has, and it comes in a little box, but it's coconut pressed, and it's meant to be apparently scentless. I don't know how it's scentless.
And do you feel it like really like cleaning out your pores and that?
Well, I use it as like kind of like my Femme Fresh product. So I use it on like my below area, just because I feel like, sorry Flo, but I don't think you should put any soaps down there or
any like
that. And like Femme Fresh, which is like the product they use, definitely didn't work on me, and just didn't work. So that's why I bought this one, because I wanted a soap, but that just didn't have any extra bits. That was all natural. That was just gonna.
What's it called? Did you say?
It's called Niugini. Oh, Organics.
Okay.
They have like a scentless one, and then they do have like ones fermented with lemon, lavender, tea tree oil. So plastic free, CO2 neutral, thick leather, no palm oil. The brand empowers women, and it's 100% organic. Something that I really would love to hear from you guys is, what do you see like as the future of clean living? So like, firstly, how do you think the future of the food system and veganism is gonna look like in the next 10 years?
I think I mentioned this when we spoke last, that given like the coronavirus and everything, there are certain sources which point to the coronavirus coming from like a wildlife market or something like that, wild meat market. So I think once everything is like, obviously it's going to be ages before things are back to normal, but like when things calm down and lockdowns open, people are like free to roam about, and the focus can be shifted to why did the virus start. And if there is a link towards animal agriculture, I think that will affect a lot of people's mindsets towards what they eat. But I think also with the amount of growth that the plant-based movement has had on social media and like in the news and things like that, with all the protests and everything, I think more and more people are becoming more aware and they have access to more information about like how that can be applied to like your hygiene, like what cosmetics you use and things like that. I think that's going to be a big one as well.
Yeah, and I think with social media just in general, like in the last how many years, social media keeps growing and growing and growing, and I think because of that, like the plant-based movement has been given such a bigger platform. And so I think even if you're not plant-based, I think people are just making more decisions towards incorporating more plant-based eating, even if they're not fully plant-based. So I think that's the few. I think also with the whole coronavirus thing going on, I think people are going to be a lot more aware about how do we boost our immune system, like just learning about the body in general, and maybe that might kind of steer people to eat a lot more plant-based as well. So
yeah, it's just good for people to just be aware at least like about it, because since I feel like if they're aware of like how certain foods they eat affect the environment, then they will just cut it down. So it's like if you're eating it every day, then and you're aware that it has an impact on the environment, then can't lie, like you are to blame, you know what I mean? But if you're not aware, then can't really blame the people. So
I think also there's a movement towards understanding like where your food comes from and how, like, you know, I think we were speaking about it, air miles, and like maybe it's better to get your food as local as possible. So I know that there's a lot more farmers markets and those kind of things as well, like popping up all over wherever. So yeah, so I think that's in response to this kind of whole movement around not only just veganism but like sustainable eating and sustainable living in general.
I think you can make the same comparison with vegan or with feminism, because there will be those like radical feminists, as equally you will have those vegans who just will like just approach and just like preach at you like and shame you for not being vegan. And I think it's those small groups who people then make a judgment on and assume that everyone else who is a feminist or a vegan is going to be like that, so it gains a negative reputation. And then the actual meaning of like feminism and veganism is completely lost because of those few people.
Yeah, I fully agree with you.
I kind of just want to leave it on, what are some simple hacks that you guys can suggest? Are there any like pages that you would recommend, or books that you can recommend, or films that you could recommend, like anything that could kind of start that journey for people, or maybe not necessarily start the journey, but just kind of give you an insight to why you started that journey? Like for me, definitely the What the Health was just mind-blowing. And I watched it and I was like, Mum, we have to watch this right now. And then as soon as I watched it, that's it. Like we started off with soya milk, but don't judge me, but anyway, we started off with that, it's like an alternative. And then we obviously changed to almond milk, and then unsweetened almond milk, and then oat milk. It's been a whole process, really, like a 2-year process. But that documentary was just the pinnacle point of when I was just like, oh my god, this is mental. It's a whole industry behind it. But yeah, go on.
Yeah, that documentary, I think I first watched Cowspiracy, which was made by the same people. So I watched that first, but that focuses more on the animal cruelty side of things, and then What the Health is more nutrition related, with regards to animal products. But I think after I watched those two, like I think that was when I made the decision to go fully vegan from having still eaten eggs, because I was like, I have seen what is happening here, this is not for me. But Cowspiracy and What the Health, definitely loads of information is in both of them, and yeah, definitely changed my mind on a lot of things.
There's this book called it's simply called The Plant-Based Diet, but it goes more into like exposes some of like how the industries, like these meat and dairy industries work. It's written by, I forgot the name of the guy.
I wouldn't hear.
You know. Oh yes, he saved me.
Pronounce it. This one over here.
Sorry, let's see. Let me see the name again.
I don't know if you can see it. Is it the reflection way?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Akil Anis.
Anis.
Yeah, that book is very good. I really like that one.
Perfect.
There are also a lot of social media accounts that you can follow in terms of finding out what products are vegan, like that you wouldn't necessarily expect. So there's one that I follow called Now You Know It's Vegan, which is just like, it shows a lot, like whenever a new product comes out that's vegan, they just show it to you, but also ones that you wouldn't expect. And I think also, what's the other one? Vegan Food UK or something like that, and that also shows you like if any companies have released any new vegan foods. And there's also like the accounts both give reviews of the foods that have been released, or like other existing products as well. So I like both of those, because Lotus Biscuits just released a new vegan biscuit, and I've been looking for it but haven't found it anywhere, very sadly.
I have my favorite book of all time, or okay, maybe not all time, but my favorite detox book. So Flo, if you're doing a detox, it's called it's this book here. It's called the Detox Miracle Sauce book.
Oh, nice.
It's by Robert Morse.
Oh yeah, I know that doctor.
Yeah. So I really, really like this book. Why I like the book, because it talks about detox and why you should detox, and it talks about the body and like different systems of the body, and what happens when you're congested, or what happens when your body is not working at its best. And so you can go through it, and there's like quizzes in there, and you can see like, okay, well, if I'm like, for me, when I was going through my like starting to eat more fruit, like it would give me like a quiz around like, oh, are you congested all the time? Are you this? Are you that? And give you some symptoms, and then it will say this is what it's related to. It's related to like maybe your your digestive system. It's related to your lymphatic system. All these kind of systems in the body, and it's so interesting.
Wow.
It's really, really good book, and it talks about juicing. It talks about what types of juices to kind of juice and drink. It talks about different fruits and why you should have it, and it's a great. I would recommend everyone to get the book.
Sold.
I'm jumping on that.
Great book.
The book that I got for Christmas from my dad are The Dirty Vegan, and the second one that came out to it is Dirty Vegan, Another Bite. And it's actually by a guy who used to be addicted to like drugs and alcohol, and how he changed his entire lifestyle from that to becoming vegan.
Okay, and I got this lady on Instagram. She's called, it's on Neequa_09, so that's NEEQUA _09, and then she's like, I find her like very intellectual, and she has this book as well I'm due to get, and I think the book is called We're Not the Same, something like that. Because from her videos already, her talk, the way she like breaks down things, I can just tell that the book is like, it must be like proper informative and very educational. So yeah, I definitely suggest for you guys to follow her. And there's this guy called as well, what's it, DMAC? What's his I think he's from the Dominican Republic.
His name's Wellness Mogul.
Yeah, Wellness Mogul, yeah. He's funny as well. he's funny as well, yeah, he's cool. I like his page as well. So yeah, definitely suggest Wellness Mogul, yeah. And my page as well. I got a little something there on my Nurtured by Nature. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Also, yeah, my page as well. Meloromantic. Follow me.
And my Instagram is Karolina.Molinska. I don't post much vegan stuff, but on my stories I do.
There are some people that just, like, you can have a conversation with them about veganism and about it being, like, to not hurt animals or for it to be good for your body, and they just won't have it because they don't let those sorts of information, like, be received.
Yeah.
I feel like you do need to have a level of consciousness.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure. Yeah.
Because there's people like they still go around thinking like, yeah, good foods that are good for you don't taste nice, and then like goods that are bad for you taste nice. Like, you know what I mean? There's still people that think that way. There's a lot of people that just think like, yeah, like vegetables, and like it's not possible to make a nice meal based off just vegetables. You know what I mean?
Why can't you just try? Like, see, you might taste fall in love like I did. Like, you know,
dinner parties here.
They need to go.
It shows me like some people who are so against like mushrooms, for example. I'm like,
I love
how many mushrooms can take? You can put them in so many things. Or people who don't eat fruit. I'm like, are you okay? Literally, nature giving you sweets.
Yeah.
So, firstly, I could never be in a relationship with someone that doesn't eat fruit. You must be foul.
You're lacking something like yeah.
What's you guys' favorite fruit?
I think me is soursop is up there.
Really? Okay.
Soursop is up there, like definitely up there. But I don't know. I don't discriminate in it. I like all the you know what I mean? So yeah, but soursop is like one of the top ones. Yeah. What about you guys?
I think for me, purely because it has such a range, is banana. Like my favorite fruit of all time is watermelon, but banana, like I put it in my porridge every morning. You can make banana bread. You can put it in cake. You can not fry. You can put it in the oven in a bit. It's so nice. You can do anything with banana with peanut butter. Banana has a range from all the fruit, but watermelon is my favorite.
I could have a mango and then have another mango, and then it's just 5 mangoes down. I'm like, okay, maybe I should calm down. So yeah, definitely between watermelon and mango.
Yeah. I would say mine is definitely mango, especially when I go back to the Caribbean. Those mangoes are and my dad said, "You're gonna climb." I said, "Climb where? No, cricket." So yeah, the mangoes. Yeah, I love mangoes.
Same. My favorite fruits definitely mangoes, pineapples. And we don't really get as many here in the UK. It's called lulo. I don't know how to. Let me Google it. I don't know what it is in English, but it's amazing.
What does it look like?
It almost looks like a passion fruit. Almost. It's got a very distinct taste. It's almost like a bit like like citrusy but sweet. It's nice. And then they have we make juices out of it. So we love to make natural juices. Any fruit we'll make a natural juice out of, or an ice cream. Like we'll put it in a cup, freeze it, put it in the freezer, and then eat it.
Yeah,
it's so delicious. There's a lot of fruits in Colombia that I don't really know what they're called here. We don't really get them as much here. But there is this one Colombian guy that's started making fruit boxes, like loads of fruit and veggie boxes from Colombia. And I haven't actually purchased it, but I've seen it, and I'm meaning to.
That'd be nice for you. Just be like, oh, I wish I feel like I'm at home now, like eating that fruit.
Yeah.
This is what it looks like. I don't know if you guys can see it well.
Okay.
Most fruits here, if you get like tropical fruits, if you get it here, it's not going to be the same as when you get it from like, you know, in the equator. You know what I mean? So like, so that plays a part. Like pineapples, for example, over here, like pineapples are always like so like light yellow, and then in the Caribbean or in Africa and you know around the equator, it will be like proper like orange, like proper so sweet, like like so it's a big difference.
I much prefer apples from Poland. I just feel like they have they're more crunchy. They have so much more taste, and they're just like more juicy.
I'd say the same with oranges. Oranges from Portugal are like man, especially when you get them with a tree. If you go Portugal, it's just around the corner, isn't it? If you go Portugal and you see an orange tree, like please I'm telling you, just go and get it, like from the tree. It's different because even when you go to the shop and you buy it from the shop, it's not the same. Okay. Like it's like the ones from here, like in England. But when you get it from the tree, oh my days, different story.
Would they not arrest me?
Nah, they won't. Like, what gonna do is a tree? It's fruits, you know. It's just there, like. You know what I mean?
Like, oh, you. Oh, shit.
That's another good topic as well, like superfoods. There's you guys know like baobab. Baobab is like that's like a powerful like so true. I have that all day, every day, because we have a bunch of it in Guinea. So yeah, it's very high in vitamin C.
Is that the seed, the small seed?
Well, the velvet one, that's another one it's called a velvet tamarind. That one is very good as well, high in vitamin C. I can show you guys real quick. See, I got it in the bag. But you can get it's easier to get in a powder form than to get in this whole form, like I got it here. You guys remember like Lion King, innit?
Yeah.
And then you know when it's doing like the ceremony and then like rubbing, apparently that's meant to be like baobab. For me it doesn't make no sense because baobab is just, you know what I mean, it's dry and it's white, so you know.
How did you take that?
So we make juice with this.
Oh yeah.
So it comes in a shell, right? When you get it from the tree, it comes in a shell and it's dry like that. And then normally you just soak it in the water, and then you leave it for a couple of hours, and then you just kind of like use your hand to like just get the flesh in the water, and you just take out the seeds and the fiber. Like it's like this red fiber over there that I just showed you, and then that juice over there is like proper powerful. Normally we make a lot of juice with it, so people add sugar because it's very sour. We add sugar and stuff, but obviously that sugar makes it unhealthy in it. So. And then we make like sorbets, we put it in the freezer and make like an ice cream. Not ice, it's not cream, but you know the sorbet, So, but yeah, you can get the powder and add it in smoothies though. It's very high in calcium as well.
Another really good guy to follow also on Instagram is his name's actually Dr. Bobby Price, but his Instagram name is Dr. Holistic. So spell it out, Dr. Holistic, and he's got a book called Vegucation Over Medication. And it's a really good book as well. It talks about he's a pharmacist, and he was really sick. He had like high blood pressure and like different kind of ailments, and then he decided to go on a plant-based diet, and then he kind of completely healed himself. So his page is really cool, and his book's really cool too.
But yes, I'm gonna wrap this up, guys. But thank you again for joining on this conversation and previous episode. I've learned a lot, I must say, because I had a sheet here, it's all annotated.
Notes on notes.
Okay.
So I'm going to use everything I've learned and apply that. So I appreciate that. Thank you, Carol. Thank you, Paige. And thank you, Camille.
My pleasure.
I hope you guys have a good day and keep up quarantine because it's getting boring. It's getting I'm bored.
Tell me about it.
But yeah, man. But yeah, thank you again, guys.
So if you guys like, you guys are not really gonna get this problem, but if you ever get like feel like some information coming up or anything like that, I got this product that I made myself called Godflow.
Okay.
So yeah, check it out on my page.
It's amazing.
Then,
It's really good.
Oh, do you have it?
Yeah, I got it. That stuff unblocked my nose. That's powerful things. Powerful.
Yeah.
All right then, guys. Thank you so much. It's
Thank
been
you.
an absolute pleasure having this conversation.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Bye.
All right,
Thank you.
peace.
Bye.